Hey guys, okay, we're going to do the video for 3-10, three more things about circles, which is really more like four more things about circles. We're going to do the problems a little bit out of order today, just so and then we can kind of have them be a little bit more continuous or have some more continuity. All right, so I'm going to start with number 12. So here's the deal. This here line is a tangent line. This is a tangent line. This is a secant line. The definition for a tangent line is a line that touches the circle once. The definition for a secant line is a line that touches the circle twice. And this is a radius. Well, there's a rule here. And the rule is that when you have a radius and a tangent line meet, they physically have to be perpendicular. There's no other way for them to meet. With that in mind, if I need to find the length of this side, I now have a right triangle that's missing one side. Or in this case, it's missing the hypotenuse. So what I can do is I could do Pythagorean Theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. And remember, the hypotenuse is always c. So we're going to be looking for c. So I'm going to have 11.2 squared plus 6.6 squared equals c squared. And I'm going to plug that into the calculator. With some of the fancier calculators, you can plug that right into the calculator as you see it. I said 11.2 squared plus 6.6 squared, and I get 169 equals c squared. Then what I can do from there is I can square root both sides, and the square root of 169 is 13. So c equals 13. So that means this length of this secant line, which is the hypotenuse of this triangle, is 13. Next. Here, okay, we have a chord. This is a chord, this line here. This is a radius here, and this is also a radius. When a radius and a chord bisect each other perpendicularly, that's a mouthful, perpendicularly, this side here and this side here are congruent. That's part of what's happening here. This is a perpendicular bisector. So as a result of that, if this is 17.7, this too is 17.7. Now, I have another right triangle, and again, I'm going to be doing Pythagorean Theorem. So I have 9.4 squared plus 17.7 squared equals c squared. And now I'm going to plug that in. So 9.4 squared plus 17.7 squared, and I get 401.65 equals c squared. Then I have to square root that. So I'm going to square root that, 401.65, and I get c equals 20.04. 20.04. Okay, next. Two more to go. All right, so these two lines are tangent lines. When the tangent lines meet and then touch the edge of a circle, in particular in this case, a radius, these two lines become congruent. Okay, so now as a result of that, what I can do is I can set them equal to each other to solve. And I'm going to do that. So I'm going to add 5 here and subtract 4x here. X equals 11. Done. The hard part here is you have to remember that these lines are congruent. Okay, last one we're going to do. So all of these are tangent lines too. So that means this and this are congruent. This and this are congruent. And this and this are congruent. And in order to find a perimeter, what I need to do is I need to find all these sides so I can add them up. So because this and this are congruent, this is 11.7. This is 13, so this is 13. Now I have to find this guy. What I'm going to do is I'm going to subtract 21.3 minus 11.7. That's not going to work. Let's try it again. 21.3 minus 11.7. And that gives me 9.6. So now this is 9.6. So now what I could do in order to find a perimeter is I just add them all up. I go 9.6 plus 9.6 plus 11.7 plus 11.7 plus 13 plus 13. Now, students have asked me different questions about this type of problem, like, could I just add them up first and then add them together, or could I multiply these by 2, then add them together? And all that's fine, as long as you understand that you're finding the perimeter, and the definition of perimeter is the length of the sides. Well, let's do that. This is 9.6 plus 9.6 plus 11.7 plus 11.7 plus 13 plus 13. And the answer to that is 68.6. So the perimeter of this shape, or this triangle here that is that has a circle inscribed in it, is 68.6. All right, guys. I hope you guys found the video helpful.